Hello, my name is Jakob Drebes. It is May 3rd. My vlog. I was planning only doing one video this month of the vlog, but I'll do one later on this month. I just wanted to get back on camera and talk about decisions I made on certain things. I talked a little bit before about carving a path that I'm going to be doing all summer, and I had ideas around what I wanted to do. Doing my 100s every day, jogging a little bit, and going back to my guitar and my meditation. I'm getting hired on this month at General Mills, so I'll be working 60 hours a week. I'm signing up for overtime so I can get 60 hours a week. I'm really excited about that. Save a little bit of money and buy a house. But a lot of my time is going to be going to that, but it leaves me with enough time to have about 2 to 3 hours a day to still do things. So what I'm doing is, instead of every day doing my 100s, I'm only going to do it 5 days a week, so that my days off I'll have free to do whatever I want. So on 5 days a week, I'm going to be doing 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and 100 jumping jacks, and I can actually do 100 push-ups now in one set, so I'm super excited. I kind of, like today even, like that last rep to push myself up was you kind of tweak your body and everything, just try to really push to get it, to push yourself up, because you feel like you're going to collapse. But I'm getting 100 push-ups out of a single set now. 100 setups, I'm doing fine. I think I did 110 today. I got to 65, I think, and then it was 65, 56, so and I noticed myself jumping down 10, and I just didn't worry about it and went ahead with that number and did the 10 extra. But I'm going to try to stay on track. So 5 days a week I'm doing my 100s. 5 days a week I'm doing 30 minutes of meditation. I have my pink sand hourglass, the one I bought that here in town. I didn't order it online. Was real thin glass, and my cat knocked it over eventually. After trials in January, she knocked it over and broke it. So I had to buy this new one. It's purple sand, and it's got a wooden frame so that if it falls over, it's not going to break on me. And it's thicker glass anyway, so this should last me a little longer. I still have my hour-long one, but I'm not using it at the moment. So every day I work overnights. I get off every day. I get off in the morning around 6 o'clock. So I'm gonna, as soon as I get home, I'm gonna eat some food. I'm gonna do my 100, and then I have 30 minutes of meditation, which I'm doing every day now. And I'm still wrestling with myself during meditation. It's like while meditating, there's almost a force in me wanting to open my eyes and be like, is this over yet? Is this over yet? I'm trying to really calm that inside me, and something picking at me when I'm trying to really focus. So I'm still trying to calm a few of my, I don't really want to call them demons, it's more like a child picking at you. But I'm still trying to calm that in me. I'm also doing 30 minutes of guitar every day. After my meditation, I get 30 minutes of guitar. So I'm excited about that, doing the guitar again. I'm a little holding back a little bit on the singing. I need to start singing, but there's something in me whenever I can get to where I'm playing riffs on my guitar and I really get into it. But I know that once I start singing or start saying words, I'm kind of stuck there with that, and I don't know, it's kind of holding me back. That's in my own mind, though, I know. I've only been doing this for a couple days now, so over time I'm going to get back into it again. So 5 days a week 100s, 5 days a week meditation for 30 minutes, 5 days a week guitar for 30 minutes, and once a week I'm doing a 3-mile jog. I did my 3-mile jog today as well. Today is my last day off. It's Sunday. I go back to work tomorrow night. I have 2 days of work, and then I think I have 3 days off, and then I have orientation. Being a full-time General Mills employee instead of a temp, so I'm excited. I'm gonna get fancy shirts. I'll wear one of the General Mills uniforms in one of my videos or something, or maybe try to record a little bit in my car after I get used to playing my guitar and singing again. Because I'll tell you what, I couldn't turn on my camera right now and sit here and play my guitar and sing without making a fool of myself. Like, as soon as I would try to start singing or something, I wouldn't like what I was singing. I'd want to stop, but it's like I would already be in the motion of doing it, so I'd have to keep going, and I wouldn't be happy with it. But I mean, you can't stop momentum. So I wouldn't want to just stop in the middle of singing and start again, because then that would still be in my head going. So I'll get used to it after tons of practice. So I don't know why I'm going on camera and talking about all this stuff. I'm just excited. Maybe it's to make myself do it more, to really beat it into myself that I'm going to get this done. But I'm pretty, I got it in me pretty strong to really commit to this and to really do it. And I've already pretty much committed to this, so, not pretty much, I've already committed to this. Got to get rid of all the doubt that's in me, and really push for it. I'm even finding that when I'm doing my push-ups and my sit-ups, like there's something in me almost crying, like I can't do it, and you gotta learn to push past it. Every time I push past it, it's like I don't know why that was there in the first place. It's like that doesn't exist anymore. That wall's gone, and you just feel so free. So I'm really working on pushing myself and getting past all these walls and living life to the fullest. Anyway, carving a path is really on course, I think. I just got to keep it up 5 days a week. My 100s, meditation, guitar, and then I have an extra hour every day after work that I'm going to try to get on my computer and get in Fruity Loops again, and make some music on there with not necessarily synths, but I know how to do a lot of stuff on there, and I normally just play around with it. It's like I don't like showing people the stuff that I do on there. It's kind of my own private stuff, so I'm going to try to put a little more effort into making something that's more presentable, more worthy of listening to, is my goal. Something I could even make a CD out of or sell. And I bought a little, I have my journal, my daily journal. I bought a little notebook that fits in my pocket. It's leather bound. It's really nice. That I'm keeping with me even at work, so I can write down any ideas that come into my head or anything to put on, any song lyrics or anything. So I'm gonna really work towards writing some good music. I don't even like saying good music. Writing some music, because good music seems like you're putting some kind of label on it. I'm just trying to live and make music and be free. Right now, I'm trying to really get it in myself to know that I'm going to be doing this. It's like I have to talk to myself about, this is actually happening, and something in me is like, no, it's not, but it is. So I'm excited. Some more songwriting, and I'm getting ready to put a video this month, probably around the 10th is when I'm going to record it, of me building my new computer. I spent $2,000 on a new workstation. I know it sounds ridiculous to spend $2,000 on a computer, but I talked about in my last video, my last vlog, about how I was going to buy the Ryzen 9 3900X. Well, I went ahead and bought the 3950X, which is 16 cores instead of 12, and it has a little bit higher of an overclocking ability. It's $700 for the processor instead of $500 or $420 is what the 3900 is. The 3950 is $700, and it doesn't come with a cooler. So I actually bought a liquid-cooled Kraken, NZXT liquid-cooled Kraken. It was X73. It's a 38 millimeter radiator, like liquid cooling system, and it's a huge radiator. It's going to take up most of the case of the radiator. So I bought a 4 gigabyte graphics card to put in a DDR6, the Zoltek GeForce. It's 4 gigs of DDR6 graphics card to put in it, and I've got 32 gigs of RAM. All the RAMs are running at 4400 megahertz. So I'm ecstatic. And the motherboard I bought's got built-in Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, and it's in X570 chipset. So $2,000 for this whole PC. I even looked up read reviews on the hard drives, because I got a really nice Crucial hard drive, and there's a BM, and for the Crucial hard drive there's a BM series, and then there's I do believe it's an XM series, BM or something. There's two series of the Crucial hard drives, and one of them is a little bit faster. It's a little bit higher quality, and I've read some reviews to figure that out, just so that the hard drive is as fast as it can be for loading the OS and for saving files and loading files and everything. So, and I bought a brand new case. It's a Be Quiet case. It's really, really nice. It's got a silent bass on it, so I don't have to worry about any noise in my sound room. $2,000. After I figured everything up, it was $2,050, about $2,050 for everything I'm putting in it. I even bought an extra little 7-port USB PCI Mini that I'm putting on it. I'm excited. I'm going to do a really nice video of me assembling the PC. I've never installed a liquid cooler before. I've always just installed a regular air-cooled heatsink with a fan on top of it. I've never installed an actual all-in-one liquid cooling system with a full radiator. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to overclock it. I'm also going to, it's 4.3 gigahertz. I've been reading online with reviews and everything to what a safe overclock would be for that processor. And 4.3 gigahertz, I do believe, or megahertz, I can't remember. But a 4.3 with 1.3 volts, I do believe, is going to be a safe overclock for it. So that's what I'm going to try to set it to, instead of the original factory 3.5. I don't know the voltage on the factory, but I definitely don't want to burn that brand new $700 processor. But $2,000 for this PC, and I'm going to throw it all together on camera. I'm going to make a separate video for it. I'll probably have all the parts strung out onto the floor. I've got all the boxes in there for the stuff I already have. I'm waiting on the graphics card, which will be in around the 10th. The 11th is the latest it's scheduled to be here. And I'm waiting on the Kraken, which is scheduled to be here around the 7th, I do believe. Other things I'm waiting on for the PC is the case, and it should be here on the 6th. I also splurged and bought a $50, what was the brand name? I can't remember the brand name. A mouse, a really nice mouse. It's a gaming mouse. There's even the Elite version of the gaming mouse. I can't remember the brand name. Let me get my journal here, because I marked out what everything was and the prices for it, and I'll go over all that in the video. But I'm ecstatic right now. I bought a 1,000-watt power supply as well, so it's a little bit of a ridiculously large power supply. Razer was the brand name. I bought a really nice Razer wireless mouse and a Razer wired keyboard. I didn't want a wireless keyboard because I use the keyboard for like a musical keyboard, and if I get a wireless, it'll be delayed. Like you hit the key and it'll be, a little delay before the computer recognizes it. And when you're playing music, you don't want that delay there. So I bought a corded keyboard so that I wouldn't have to worry about the delay. I wasn't worried about a delay. Wasn't really worried about a delay on the mouse. Because I'm not really going to be making any music with the mouse. It's just a normal pointer, and I'm not going to be playing any hardcore video games. So I only bought a 4 gig graphics card, which with 32 gigs of RAM, running at the highest setting that the motherboard can even support, and a 16-core processor that I'm going to overclock, I shouldn't need to worry about the graphics card being too extreme. I had a 8 gigabyte DDR5 card that used to be used for mining in my PC. That's what I had in it. But whenever the cards are used for mining, people tend to flash the BIOS and lower the voltages so that they don't get as hot. But that means that every time you reload your computer or try to install the drivers for the card, you have to do a bunch of extra steps just for the PC to recognize the card because it's running at a lower voltage. So I resold the card back on the internet for a little less than I bought it for. I only used it for a couple months, probably 4 or 5 months. I had it in my PC for, and I don't know, it didn't impress me too much. To be honest, it was a Radeon 570, I do believe. 5700 or 5, I think it was a 570, it wasn't 5700. But this one should work a lot better, being not an X-mining card, a brand new card, and DDR6. So I'm excited. And the 32 gigabytes of Patriot memory. I'm running off the head about this computer. I'm a little excited. I just got back from my jog, so I'm still kind of catching my breath, and I'm still a little hyped up because of that. But all right. And I wanted to do 1 song a month. I'm gonna put on the internet. So I'm going to have to get in there and do that. I'll start singing as I'm playing the guitar and get used to that so I can actually get on my microphone. I've got my nicer microphone set up where I'm sitting in my workstation so I can, as I'm working, I can try to and put some kind of lyrics or vocal input into some of the music I want to make. And then there's also a big thing where my lease is up in August, and with me getting this job and working 60 hours a week, I'm signing up for 60 hours a week. Doesn't mean I'm going to be working it, but from what I've seen in my time there, if you sign up for overtime, you get it pretty much. It's very rarely that they won't use you. So I'm excited. And by August, my lease is up, and I'm probably going to buy a house. I'm looking at a 3 to 4 bedroom house with a garage, somewhere that's in a decent neighborhood here in town. I've been online and looked, and since I've been looking, most of the houses that I was looking at a month ago have already been sold, or there's already been new ones put up that are better. So I'm going to have to look in July at that. And my landlords are really nice and really awesome, so they told me that I could stay here a few months, on month to month, if need be, until I find another place. So this house is just a little small for me to buy. I want a bigger house. So, yeah, that's a big thing. That's another thing. Like, I don't want to get in there and completely redo my studio and put all this work into this house and, like, make a real nice studio, because I'm going to be moving out this year probably anyway. So, but I'm still going to try to put out a song every month throughout the summer, and I'm sure I'll make a lot more than that. As I was saying before, like with my time, I work 5 days a week. After I get off work, I'm doing my dailies, my 100s, my meditation, my guitar, and I'm going to have an extra hour. So in my extra hour, I'm planning on trying to get on my PC every day and doing a little bit of work on different types of music. And I can do that every day. And doing all this leaves me with 2 days off. Now, in my 2 days off every week, I have to jog once, but other than that, I'm completely open. So I'm going to try to spend that time. I'll probably relax a little bit. Half one of my days I'll probably spend sitting in front of my TV watching Dragon Ball. I just started watching Dragon Ball again. Kind of getting into the mood of my whole Saiyan thing I was doing, because I have the weights. So I'm getting through Dragon Ball and going to Dragon Ball Z. I'm trying not to spend too much of my time sitting here watching TV, though. I'm going to be busy. I just had like 4 days off, so I've been resting a bit and kind of getting ready for this month. And now I'm here, so I thought I would make a video. So 1 song a month, daily meditation, exercise, guitar, and I am really excited about this new PC. One other thing is my Genesis bike. My secondary aluminum frame bike that I bought just so that the 80cc would go on something, because I'm going to try to mount the 125cc on the Seattle SS, the bigger chopper bike. So I'm going to have the Genesis bike. I have it in the other room now. There's a bar off the rear wheel that bolts onto the frame, so that whenever you hit the brakes, like you backpedal and hit the brakes, that bar has to be there, held in place. That way it slows down. Well, what I did is I cut it off there so that I could fit the sprocket on. I even had to cut out a circle around the sprocket to get it on there. Well, when I did that, I deleted that bar. So now when you hit the brakes, it loosens the inside of the spindle on the rear wheel. So you hit the brakes, it starts to slow down, and then it catches and it throws your feet. And then the wheel gets real loose and wobbly, and it starts getting into the chain and everything else. So I'm taking it to a shop today, to a garage where I can actually, drill the hole out bigger on the sprocket and weld that piece back on there. And I'm probably going to get it fixed today. So I'm going to have an operating motorized bicycle today. So I'm excited. After I get that finished today, I'll probably cruise it around town a little bit. Maybe get a little video of it. Put a little video of the bike at the end of this video, because I probably won't post this video until in the morning. So I'm excited about getting that working. As far as the Seattle SS goes, I've got to get out to the garage where I'm going today, at my parents' house, and that's where it's at. And I've got to get this motor mounted onto that bike. I'm going to get that done this summer. 125cc, and I thought that there was something wrong with the way the exhaust was on those, but that's how they're supposed to be. So I sent one 125cc motor back, and it came back to me in the mail. Well, I had to drive all the way back up to Quincy, like a 30-minute drive, to try to send it to them again, but I had the same shipping label, so they couldn't take it. So I had to bring it home again. So what I decided is I'm going to buy some steel tubing, because at the shop there at my parents' house they have a pipe bender now, and I think they're getting ready to start doing some mechanical work out there and start a business. They're already running a towing company back there. Start some kind of a mechanic business, which is awesome. But I know they just got a pipe bender, so I'm thinking about buying some metal tubing and bending some pipes into a frame, and maybe making the frame for a little chopper or something, some other type of just motorized, no bicycle, just a motorized bike, and putting the other 125cc motor on it, maybe selling it. But I might get a video of it and do a video of us building this bike, and I think that would be cool. Maybe a video of us building the Seattle SS as well. I think it would be neat to make videos for all these things. I also have 2 guitars that I started last winter whenever I started doing trials. There's an electric guitar and a bass guitar. They're both electric, but I mean, one was a standard guitar and the other one's a bass. And I sanded them both down, and the electric guitar I actually drilled holes in, that the hole gets smaller towards the center of the guitar and then gets bigger on the other side, so that it's kind of a neat design. I need to finish sanding and smoothing everything out, and then I'm going to have some wood burning done on the back of it, get some crosses of wood burned into the back of them. Then I'm going to stain them and then clear coat them and put them back together. I've already got all the parts. I bought brand new guards, pick guards for the guitars. I bought brand new switches, and I bought brand new pickups for both guitars all the way around. So they're going to be brand new guitars I'm building my own guitars. So those are a couple more projects I want to get done this summer, and I'll put all of them on video. I'll show you guys all of them. Even though I think I've only got I think I actually have like 3 or 4 views now on some of my vlogs, which is kind of wild. I don't know. I don't really have plans for people to watch these videos. It's like I don't think about that. I just kind of get on camera and roll with it. It's my real life. So this is something different. I'm trying not to make a fool of myself. I'm even stumbling through my words, and I get all excited about talking on camera. So I'm sure I'll get used to it eventually. But right now I got so much going on, and there's so much excitement in my life right now. I feel so blessed, and there's just so much energy, so much love. It's amazing. I'm getting hired on at work. You're going to get a big raise and a permanent job, support me for the rest of my life. I get to make more music and finish these bikes and build a bike. I get this computer, which is like a dream come true to me. I get to build these guitars. I mean, this is the best I've ever done in my entire life, and I feel so blessed. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. But that's about all I think I wanted to talk about today. It's really nice outside still. It's getting so nice out this summer. I can't wait to get out more. I'm going to grab the camera and show you guys some of these boxes and in the video. But I'll make another one before the end of the month, so you'll be seeing more from me soon. To be continued.